Well guys, do I have an exciting video planned for you here today. We are talking about 4 jackpot stocks that Wall Street can't even see right now. These stocks are not even on their radar. And we're talking about these stocks have massive potential gains in front of them, in my personal opinion, in future years, okay? We're not talking about Tesla and Amazon and Apple and AMD and Google and Nvidia and those type of stocks here today, okay? Those are all stocks that are massive. Everybody on Wall Street already knows those. The majority of Wall Street is already in those stocks. It's just a question of, are they going to keep buying in? How much more are they going to keep buying in? But everybody knows about those stocks, okay? Those are big dogs. Those are what's talked about on CNBC and Bloomberg all the time, okay? Not talking about those ones in this video. All these stocks today are $5 billion or under market caps, way under the radar for most of Wall Street, which are usually looking at $10 billion plus companies, okay? All these stocks have multi-bagger potential over the course of the next 9 or 10 years. I mean, when we're talking multi-bagger, we're talking these stocks can 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x over the next decade, okay? Massive. Some of these could potentially way more than 10x over the next decade, in my opinion. And finding these type of stocks is tough. Let me be very honest, okay? To find 4 stocks that I'm confident could be, stocks that have just massive upside potential, like jackpot type stocks that, other people might not know about, it's very, very tough. So I hope you guys appreciate that I put in the work to try to find these stocks, well, mainly for myself, but also for you guys. Hope you enjoy that as always. If you don't mind, smash the thumbs up. That is the way you can pay me for this video, okay? A little smash of the thumbs up. Also, if you guys want to check out Stock Hub, it's the new free stock market investing Discord chat we just started. We're already over 12,000 members in there, and we just launched a few days ago. We're on pace to hit about 20,000 plus members within the first week. That is absolutely ridiculous, okay? So if you want to check out that will be linked in the description. I'll also have it as the pinned comment down there. Alrighty guys, let's start getting into this. So first stock of these 4 stocks, that is a jackpot stock. You guys know I had to put this one on it. You just know it, okay? Planet 13. There was no way I was going to make a list of jackpot stocks and not put the planet on it. This is the first stock of these 4. I don't know why I put 5 there. First stock of these 4 stocks up here, okay? The planet represents a rare combination of, they have a chance to be the #1 major retail location. So their retail locations, they do the most business of anybody out of that location, okay? You're here in Vegas. I think they can expand this city by city around major cities where things are legalized over time, and I think they will have the #1 revenue stream of any location out there when it comes to selling MJ out of those locations. Never mind delivery, online, all those different platforms that they've been building, especially since Roni started, okay? Massive. Also, they have a great opportunity to be the #1 branded player in MJ items. And when I say they have a chance, I say they have a high probability. There's not another company I know of in the MJ space that I think has a better chance to be the #1 player in branded products, because they are doing an amazing job of this, okay? Dreamland Chocolates, Haha Gummies, the Medicine Flower brand is ridiculous, okay? They had to buy a whole nother facility here in Vegas, essentially, just because Medicine Flower was selling out so fast, okay? Insane, their brands, okay? That is a rare combination. They're not just in the commodity space of just selling the stuff, okay? They're making branded products. It's ingenious, and major retail locations, it's ingenious. Like, bring in mass amounts of people, bring in the excitement. Don't just create a little location that's in a strip mall. No, okay? Keep in mind, legalization is coming more and more over the coming years, okay? I don't care if we're talking about state level, federal level, it's all coming, okay? More and more people are open to it than ever before, okay? The whole, remember when they used to talk about, oh, MJ, it's the gateway drug, okay? More and more of those people are, leaving us. Let's just put it that way, okay? And more open-minded people are coming into the space and realizing, how is MJ any worse than alcohol or something like that? It's just not, okay? More and more people are open to it, and that is a great thing. And not just that, less and less people are opposed to it, so against it. I think that's big. Also, states and federal governments need more tax revenue. And how do you get more tax revenue? Legalize MJ, man. And believe me, the tax money will start piling in. You're getting none of that right now if you're a state or federal government. Think about that. You're getting none of that if it's not legalized. The whole industry is booming, okay, on the DL, and you're getting nothing of that. Now legalize it and you get your percentages, okay? And think about this, right? You could do, two different things, right? You can do what we've been doing for the last 50 plus years, right? Where you catch somebody selling a bunch of MJ, you put them in jail, you put them in prison, okay? It costs you $60,000 a year roughly, okay? $60,000 roughly to have them in jail, right? 60,000 versus you could just legalize it. You create millions of indirect and direct jobs, right? And you create billions of tax dollars that will go to state level, local level, federal level. What sounds a little more, what sounds more intelligent, okay? Putting those people in jail for, and it costs you 60K, or legalize it, create millions of jobs for a product that people want out there, direct and indirect, and create billions of tax dollars for yourself. What sounds like a smarter idea, okay? As simple as that, okay? Now, when it comes to the planet, 5% revenue growth was expected in this past quarter, okay? Actually, the quarter they're still gonna report. They had to pre-report it, okay? 36% the company came in with revenue growth. 5% was expected from analysts, and that company came in with 36%. That's ridiculous. That's all I can say about that. It's very rare you see that type of beat on Wall Street. That's just a beat down. Insane, okay? Absolutely unbelievable. Planet 13, in my opinion, has a multi-billion-dollar team in the making, okay? I think these are the type of guys that can build this into a multi-billion-dollar company, and I'm very, very confident in the team there, which is very key in this whole scenario, okay? Keep in mind, the planet should grow around 100%, if not more than 100% in 2021 between their Medicine store opening back up here in 4Q. Then on top of that, Santa Ana is opening at some point in 21. We just don't know when. Then you add on top of that, Vegas returning more to normal. I don't think Vegas traffic is going to return fully to normal in 21, but I think it's going to return closer to normal in 21 than it's been this past year. Phenomenal, okay? And keep in mind, the planet could be profitable in 21, okay? It could very much well be profitable in 21. A lot will depend on how Santa Ana opens and how fast that location ramps. We don't know because that will only be the second major location that Planet has opened. So we don't know if it's going to take a month for that location to ramp, a couple weeks, if it's going to be just crazy busy from the day they open the store, or if it's going to take 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. We don't know. Time will tell, and that's going to, it could be a super profitable year next year, it could be a slight loss year, or it could be a slight profit year, anywhere in between. Now, the exciting thing about that Santa Ana location is not just the physical location they're going to open, which is going to be great for delivery, people coming to the store, Planet 13 branding, all those things. That's not even the biggest part in my opinion, okay? Shipping branded product can start in California once they have a location there, because keep in mind, you can't ship this stuff over state lines right now because it's not federally legal, right? So it's not like you can make it in Vegas, ship it over to LA, you just can't do that. But once you have the location open and the facility is making the product, all of a sudden you can begin shipping it all over California. And is there a bigger market for MJ than California? I mean, every market in the entire United States is a massive MJ market. I could tell you that, okay? I would say somewhere between 30 to 50% of every single state uses MJ from time to time, okay? 30 to 50%. Now just imagine for a moment, the state of California alone, okay? That is a game changer. A lot of people are just looking at it as a physical retail location. I'm like, that's the secondary thing, okay? The main thing is the branded product expanded all over CA. Oh my gosh. I mean, we're talking game-changing type stuff, okay? The planet is a $500 million market cap as of today. I believe this company can be $5 to $10 billion range in 2030, okay? I believe they truly have that type of ability. If this company executes on as high as a level as they have the past couple years, and they continue this, oh my gosh, and they continue to, let's say their stock price continues to roar, and they can raise more money so they can expand the business even faster, and they keep posting these phenomenal results, which keep investors happy and attract more and more investors, never mind if things are legalized and they can get on a major exchange. I mean, guys, we are talking about this one is just starting. This one's just starting in my personal opinion. So, can this be a $5 to $10 billion plus company in the future? I absolutely believe it, okay? Planet 13 is that stock that's just, it's a lockup, and look at it in like 2030, man. I put in the filing cabinet, I'm like, whatever happens, whatever happens. If it goes down a bunch, I'll buy a bunch more. And other than that, it's just in the filing cabinet, and I don't care if it goes up 300% or 500%, I'm not selling, okay? I'm treating it similar to how I've treated Tesla stock in the public account. I bought those 150 shares, which now is 750 shares after the split. I put that in the filing cabinet, I said, I don't care if it goes up 500% or 30% or 800%, okay? Not selling. And now Tesla's up like 850%, I think, plus for me in that account, because I just put in the filing cabinet, I didn't worry about it. I'm like, it will grow, okay? I have $185,000 plus in this stock of my own money. I believe that $185,000 has a pretty good probability of growing to 1.8 million to 3.7 million by 2030. Time will tell. The company has to execute on a high level if they're going to achieve that, but I truly believe that $185,000 I have in the stock today will grow to 1.8 million to 3.7 million by 2030. And like I said, time will tell. Obviously, there's risk with this stock, as with all stocks, but we're talking about some jackpot stocks. And man, it's hard to find a bigger jackpot stock than the planet, okay? Let's get into stock number 2 of 4 of these jackpot stocks. And that is actually, it's a combo of stocks, Fiverr and Upwork, okay? Fiverr and Upwork, freelance economy. These two stocks have, they're the future of freelance economy. Let's just put it that way. They're the now and the future of freelance economy, okay? Fiverr has a $5 billion market cap on it, well, a little over $5 billion. Upwork has a $2 billion market cap and some change on that particular company, okay? These are the two main players in the freelance economy marketplace. Think about that. The two main players in the freelance economy marketplace. This is massive, okay? There's going to be multi-decades of growth ahead, in my opinion, for Upwork and for Fiverr. We're talking multi-decade growth. It's not like this is something that, they're just going to have a good next couple years. No, this is something that's going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and the snowball will continue to build and get bigger and bigger over the next decade, if not 2 decades, 3 decades in the future. Look at the number of freelancers in the United States alone, how it's expected to go up basically from 2017 to 2028. I mean, look at those numbers, guys. I mean, that's extraordinary. That's just in the United States. Keep in mind, Upwork, Fiverr, these are already international companies and will be more and more international, okay? Think about this. These could be the 2 biggest players and are the 2 biggest players in the freelance economy. I mean, imagine how big these companies will be 5, 10 years out from now. I mean, my goodness, okay? Never mind. I think it would be actually ingenious if Fiverr and Upwork merged. I think if they merged, it would be ingenious. I think the cost savings would be massive. I think they could have close to a monopoly market share, and I think they should do it soon, in my opinion, before the companies get too big. Because if the companies get too big, I don't think it would ever be allowed to go through, essentially. I don't think a merger would ever get approved. I think these companies should merge ASAP. And I think if they merge ASAP, Fiverr and Upwork, they create a dominant beast company that will not be stopped and has, multi-decades of growth ahead of it, okay? So, I like Upwork better than Fiverr personally, just because I like the valuation a little better. I think it's a little more attractive. I think it's less risky than Fiverr. But at the end of the day, I feel like, it almost makes sense to have one of these stocks in the filing cabinet, whether it's Fiverr or Upwork. It really just comes down to which one you believe in more. But my goodness, if they merged, I think they should merge. I think these two companies could merge and create a dominant beast marketplace that will not be stopped by anybody. Let's just put it that way, okay? Those are the second jackpot stocks. 3 of 4 up here is another combo, and this combo is in the apparel industry, Revolve and Stitch Fix, okay? Both of these stocks, I believe, are jackpot stocks in the making, okay? Keep in mind, let's start out here, okay? Apparel sales could be down around 50% this year. Like the worst year for apparel sales in history, let's just put it that way. Just absolutely the worst case scenario for apparel sales this year, okay? And look at Revolve. Revolve's expected to grow this quarter, expected to grow next quarter, expected to grow current year, expected to grow huge next year, okay? But mainly I'm just focused on this year because look at that. I mean, how That's just crazy, okay? The analysts in this industry are expecting, apparel sales to be down, clothing sales to be down 50%. And here you have Revolve growing in that type of environment. That just speaks volumes to where Revolve is going as an online marketplace for clothing. Absolutely extraordinary, okay? Look at Stitch Fix. It's maybe even more pronounced, okay? Look at Stitch Fix. Revenue just increased 11% in their latest quarter year over year. You got to be flipping my flapjacks, okay? 11% increase in revenues in an apparel market that is awful right now, where most people aren't going out and doing things and going to events, and that's just nuts. There's no other way to put it. Just nuts and incredibly impressive. Stitch Fix grew their active clients 9% year over year. I mean, think about that. The company's growing revenues and clients in an environment that's just the worst case scenario for their industry. So where do you think their industry is going to be? Where do you think this company's going to be when the industry comes back roaring over the next few years? Absolutely incredible, okay? I feel like 2010 through 2020, it was like where, a few people came on and started online shopping. And when I say a few people, I mean the few, okay? So I mean, it wasn't like everybody. A lot of people still are not shopping online that much, but I feel like this was kind of the test decade for people like starting to shop, for some clothing items online. Hey, let me get some socks. Hey, let me get some underwear, some t-shirts, things like that. And I believe, okay, looking at the trends and where things are evolving, that 2020 through 2030 is when the masses are going to start buying the majority of their clothing online, okay? The masses. I'm talking about the high majority of people in developed countries by the end of this decade will be buying the majority of their clothing online. The majority, okay? I buy the majority of my clothing now online. I was just looking at any clothing purchases I've had for the past week or two, okay? And what I found is I bought from Foot Locker online, I bought from Nordstrom online, my wife bought from Stitch Fix online, I bought from OVO, I must always buy from OVO. All those transactions were all online for clothing items, okay? Just within the past week or two, I buy the majority of my clothing online now. And so Revolve and Stitch Fix are just in the sweet spot of becoming dominant players in e-commerce when it comes to clothing. Obviously, everybody is always worried about Amazon. Could Amazon do something? I have trouble thinking that Amazon's going to be a dominant player in clothing. I think Amazon will sell clothes. They already sell clothes, okay? But I think they'll sell good numbers of clothes. I just think what they sell is going to be basics. And I think, most people don't just want basics, okay? Most people want more advanced stuff. Revolve, Stitch Fix, and those type of players are going to be the game changers, okay? So I feel like, it's hard not to own one of those stocks. I actually own both of those stocks. I actually even bought Stitch Fix recently as well, okay? I've owned Revolve for a little while and it's doing me tremendously, okay? All right, before we get into stocks 4 of 4 here of the Jackpot stocks, I got to do 2 honorable mentions, okay? Because these stocks, I almost made the list. They just didn't quite make it, okay? Dropbox. Dropbox is a $20 stock. It's a 22 forward P, which is an absolute joke because this company will grow every year, in my opinion, quite substantially for the next decade. A 22 forward P is just ridiculous. The risk reward is unreal for Dropbox, in my personal opinion, about as attractive of a risk reward I can find in the stock market. If I'm thinking about, I put my money in the stock over the next 5 years, what is the chances it go down? What's the chances it doubles or more? I'd say super high probability I double or more my money over the next 5 years in the stock, and I'd say a 1% or less than a 1% probability I lose money in the stock if my money's in it over the next 5 years. So Dropbox, massive. I bought 6 figures plus of this stock in the past 2 months, which just, kind of shows you how much I believe in Dropbox over the next 5-10 years, okay? For me to buy 6 figures plus in a 2-month span, yeah, there's got to be a little something there, okay? The Real, there's another company that was an honorable mention. I thought of almost including it. It's a $15 stock here today. The Real. $1.37 billion market cap. Very, very small company, obviously, as most of these are on this list. There's a company that is going to have, or at least expected to have, nearly 40% revenue growth next year. That's absolutely extraordinary. Talk about a growth beast of a company. The Real, they are the leader in authenticated luxury consignment, okay? They're just absolutely the leader in that place, and there's no one that's really even close. They're gonna hire 1,600 workers over the next 5 years in my hometown of Phoenix, Arizona. That is great to see. They just announced a partnership very recently with Gucci, okay? So yeah, that's really big for branding and just, you know, partnering with some of these high-end brands and getting them more involved. So, you know, the real has real opportunity in front of it over the next 5-10 years. Let's just put it that way. And that company is an absolute growth bust, okay? Alrighty guys, let's get into the last jackpot stock of them all. Stock number 44. What could it be? Not sure I ever talked about this stock before. Maybe I did, maybe I haven't. I don't know. If I did, it was probably only one time ever, okay? Warning, this stock has a sky-high valuation, okay? Absolutely sky-high valuation for where the company's at now, you know, versus what they're doing essentially, okay? Where the company's at now versus a valuation, okay? It's just dang, it's sky-high, okay? Lemonade stock, ticker symbol LMND. This is not a stock I bought yet, but man, it is tempting to buy some Lemonade stock, okay? Look at this, $3.7 billion market cap, okay? It's dang high for where this company's at, okay? But here's the thing with Lemonade. They are like an infant insurance company, okay? And I don't mean they're selling insurance for infants. I just mean they're like so early days in their process. But they're using artificial intelligence. They're using everything online, systems to pay out claims within seconds. And they have a chance to be one of the most important artificial intelligence companies and data related companies that is out there, not just in the insurance industry. I'm talking out there in general. But here's why this company is a threat to the entire insurance industry. People love the service. Look at this. Lemonade has earned 4.9 stars in the App Store and on Google Play, and is also top rated by Super Money, Clear Assurance, and others. Extraordinary. This makes them a massive threat to the entire insurance industry because why? The entire insurance industry, people hate them, okay? People really hate the entire insurance industry. Not because, I mean, people believe they have the money to pay them out, but a lot of people just believe like they're not gonna get paid out when they get a claim, like, for anything. And the fact is people love Lemonade service and they are a threat to the entire insurance industry. And look at the size of these companies that are in the space. Progressive, $60 billion market cap almost, right? Allstate, around a $30 billion market cap. Geico supposedly has it's owned by Berkshire Hathaway, so we never know its true valuation. But Geico said to, if it was a standalone company, have a $50 billion plus valuation easily on that company, if not 60 to 70 billion, right? I mean, we're talking about these companies that are insurance companies are massive Goliath companies, okay? And Lemonade is going to come in here and possibly disrupt the entire industry. I mean, the entire industry. This company is expected to grow 20% plus next year. I think they're going to grow 20% plus a year. As long as this company executes, I think they'll grow 20% plus every year for like the next decade, if not more than a decade. I'm talking 20% every year until like 2030 and maybe even beyond that, okay? Which just kind of speaks volumes about what type of growth this company has ahead, okay? The Lemonade CEO, I've watched a lot of interviews that he's done over the past year or two, and I gotta say, I actually like that guy. I think he's brilliant. I'll be honest, I think he's brilliant. I think he's gonna build a beast. Let's just put it that way. I think he's gonna build a beast. I got a lot of confidence in that guy. Let me just put it that way. And so Lemonade, there's no question that this company has a very rich valuation. I mean, they're expected to do $100-something million of revenue next year. And it's got a $3.7 billion valuation. So there's absolutely no question that the valuation makes no sense in the short term. But this company could be the insurance giant 10, 20 years from now. And for that reason, it is a pretty compelling stock because a market cap of $3-4 billion. And if this company can have a market cap of 30-40 billion in 10 years, it's definitely not out of question. And could it have a market cap of, let's say, 50 to 100 billion, 15, 20 years from now? It's definitely a possibility. And so when you're coming from a $3 billion market cap, woo! That's all we got to say about that. It's definitely one you got to consider, and it is a jackpot stock in the making, all right? Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, if you don't mind, smash a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got notifications on. And if you want to check out the sickest new Discord chat in the world, check it out. It's going to be the pinned comment down there. Absolutely free to use. I hope you guys enjoy that massively. The members are going up faster than Tesla stock price has over the past year. Thank you for watching and have a great day.